Hello, I'm Paul Pluta, and welcome to the Paul Pluta channel, fuckers. The Paul Pluta channel. And today I'm doing paid watch reviews because I don't do shit for free. Fuckers. I'm here to give advice at a fee. So please, if you look in the description of this video, you'll see my rates and how to contact me. Please get me to review your collection. I'll tell you what I think. If it's a good collection, I'll praise you. If it's mediocre, I'll tell you. If it's an absolute fucking cesspot of dog shit shitters, I'll fucking tell you. So please, feel free to contact me. And please, like, subscribe, tell your friends about this video. And also, please, consider sponsoring me on Patreon. I don't earn a lot of money doing these videos. It's very tough, very hard. So, if you are a rich fucker, you could sponsor me on Patreon, and I'd really appreciate it. I've got a range of other ways you can support me. I've got memorabilia for sale. I've got phone calls you can arrange. I'll talk to you. I've got, what other fucking things have I got? I've got, what the fuck else have I got there? Fuck, what else have I got? Oh yeah, you can sponsor fridge space, all sorts of shit. So let me know, fuckers. Okay, this is an email in from KP. Now, I met KP on my recent Singapore tour. I'm sorry it's taken a little while to get this together. I've had depression because of blackmail. I was blackmailed, fuckers. So, let's go. Hi, Archie. Been watching your channel for a couple years now, and it's great entertainment. I'm glad you are now expanding your content beyond talking about Reverso, Explorer 2, and Speedmaster. We know they are your favourite, but it's getting a bit stale. There are plenty of watches out there that people are interested in which are not shitters. Would appreciate you do a video review of my collection and also some advice on what you think my next watch should be. No Reverso, Explorer 2 or Man on the Moon, please. My watch journey has been a bit random. Apologies for a long email, but it was quite therapeutic writing this after a long day at work. My awareness of expensive watches grew when I moved from Sydney to Hong Kong in 2000 to work in investment banking. Soon I was surrounded by flamboyant bankers with money to burn. I ditched my tarnishing two-tone Guess watch for a Chopard Mille Migla chronograph, reference 8511, 39mm size. I really loved it on the Goodyear tire strap and was only a couple grand US dollars. Moved to Singapore a few years later in 2004. One Saturday afternoon, had nothing to do and accompanied my friend to look at some pre-owned Rolex. I had no intention of buying, but ended up leaving with an Explorer 1 14270, which I paid around 6,000 Singapore for. No box, no papers. The watch served me well and looked nice when I suited up for work. In 2014, I was headhunted by another bank and decided to reward myself with a new watch instead of relying on my mobile phone clock. I learned from my previous impulse buying mistakes and decided to do some Google research first. The conclusion was to stick with Rolex. In particular, the smart money is in Rolex Sports. Other than an Explorer 1, which I had lost money on. Went into Hourglass with intention of buying Holt, but didn't like it and walked out with the Batman. Batman! I was lucky because Hourglass had just received their shipment and I had first choice of any model, including Steel Daytona. You should have taken the Daytona, KP. Knew the smart money was buying pre-owned, but at the time the Hulk and Batman were difficult, even on the secondary market. Whilst I liked using the Batman at the office, I wasn't comfortable about the polished center links for casual wear. A few months later, I bought a pre-owned Deep Sea, which I put on rubber bead strap for weekend use. My Deep Sea is probably my favorite watch, and I use it weekly for swimming with my daughter. Fuck! Earlier this year, I turned 40 and wanted to buy a Submariner, as everyone says this is the most iconic watch. Ended up getting a pre-owned Hulk that was only 6 months old and in as-new condition. To be honest, I'm not in love with it, but I think it's a smart buy given the black ceramic sub would have been similar to the Deep Sea, Batman and Explorer, which all have black faces. I'm now facing a dilemma, which is what is going to be my next watch? What Rolex do you think will complement my collection, or should I look for a different brand? I would like to buy the new ceramic Daytona white face, but it's too difficult to get. I'm looking for a watch that will retain value, easy to sell, and up to 15,000 Singapore dollars. I have thought about going for a full fuck off gold sub, but I would never wear it, which seems a waste. Thanks, Archie. Looking forward to the video. Please do not mention my email or real name. I've sent you a donation of $50. Thank you so much, which you can use on your upcoming Singapore trip. When you're in Singapore, please let me know if you plan any meetings and we'll catch up. So let's have a look at the collection. My collection consists of, number 1, Chopard Mille Miglia chronograph on rubber. A Rolex Explorer 1, 14270, 36mm. Hamilton Navy GMT, a SIN 856S UTC on leather. Rolex GMT 2 Batman, Rolex Deep Sea on rubber B, and Rolex Submariner Hulk. Wowzers. What would I recommend? Now, he's already said to me, he's a bit of a smart fucker. He's already said no. Explorer 2s, no Reverso, no Explorer 2 or Man on the Moon, please. Now, I would say to someone like this here, look, let's look at it. Richard Mille, that's, sorry, not a Richard Mille, we're talking, sorry, Mille Miglia Chopard. That's okay. Explorer 1, cool. Hamilton, no. That's okay. The SIN, that's okay. Bit of filler, bit of box filler. But his decent stuff is the Explorer 1, GMT 2 Batman, Deep Sea, and the Hulk. So he's got the... Look, I got to tell you, you've already answered your question yourself. If I was you, you got to get the Daytona. You got the Deep Sea, that's a fuck off piece. That is super fuck off. The Batman, that's super fuck off. You've already got an Explorer 1 as your simple Rolex. You might want to get rid of your Hulk. I don't know on that one. Hulk. But I would say for you, sports, steel Rolex, get the Daytona. You got such a beautiful set. GMT, Batman, Deep Sea. You got a Hulk. You got Explorer 1. Get a fucking Daytona. It'll just, I think you'd enjoy it. You'd just love it. You got to get the Daytona. Come on. Get the Daytona. The only other thing, you could get a Milgauss. You could get a really sexy black dial Milgauss or a blue dial. They're kind of cool. They're very cool. Very, 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 very cool. Get the Daytona. Get the Daytona. Stay away from other brands, okay? Stay away from the other brands. I mean, you could get a Patek if you wanted to, but probably not enough. Get the Daytona. Fuck it. Get the Daytona. You like Rolex. Get the Daytona. 100%. And I met KP. He was a really cool guy. He took me and my girlfriend out to a beautiful restaurant. Absolutely stunning. And perfect gentleman. Lovely guy. And I really do appreciate. He's just a cool guy. So KP, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Lovely collection. Really good to see the way the collection's gone over time. Nice collection. And get the Daytona. You have to get the Daytona. Get the Daytona. Get the Daytona. I'm Archie Luxury. This has been Paul Pluta Prestige. Paul Pluta Channel. Tell me what you miserable fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great review. Get the Daytona, big boy.